Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
what the fuck?
Hey. So, hey everyone, for those joining us. We're just getting set up, so just if you can see everything okay, just let us know. We're having a bit of issue, but a few issues, but hopefully on our way shortly. Cool, so just check this out on my phone, make
Sound like an airline pilot
sure
there.
everything's okay. We'll shortly be on our way. Exits are here, here, and here. Right. So hopefully you can read the screen. I'm just going to go with it, and hopefully all is well. I think the very first few seconds of us going live there, you were saying WTF. So it's always a good start to the show, showing people what we're like, the kind of people we are when the code's not working, we just shout and scream at the computer. So let's hopefully get this on the way. So cool. Yeah, so Jonathan, thanks for taking the time to join me this week. I know last week we did a kind of a stream on Gatsby themes in general, Jamstack Conf, and some other fun stuff. And since then, I recorded a few live streams on getting some things set up in the Gatsby theme, such as the cart. And today, hopefully, we can go ahead and add a small promotion box to the to the theme, really. So yeah, we've done this before. So we kind of just want to migrate that over to use the new to be used inside the new theme. So maybe just to give everyone a preview of what this looks like. We head to the cart. So this is the cart that we're going to be ultimately building in the end. And we can type in a promo code here and click add code, and it adds a code, and it reduces the cart amount. And you can see it's 50% promo code, and it reduces the subtotal by 50%, and we can remove it as well.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So how are those calculations done?
So these calculations are handled in Moltin, and when you add that to the cart, it will go to Moltin, and then Moltin will do the calculation. There's a few calculation types, and you can set those on the store. Yeah, have a look at that. There we go. So this is in the documentation, and we see that we have the calculation method. Right now, simple. Is there another method on the way? Some multiple methods?
If you click method there, I believe there's some further explanation.
Okay, that's a bit confusing. Yes. So simple line. Okay, cool. So we've got a
right. So it's essentially it's more of an effect on tax items, I believe.
All right. Okay.
Whether the tax affects the cart general or whether it's applied on a per line basis.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Not necessarily in this instance.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we can get past that. But let's have a look at the API reference and just see what's going on with promotions. So, so there's fixed and the percent. So we've just created a promotion that has a fixed percent, 50% discount. And we did that in the dashboard, but you can also do it by the API. But that's just one one promo that we're going to use, which is save 50 in this case, and it just removes 50%
Nice.
on the card. So very simple. Okay, cool. So let's get this running. Sorry about the background noise.
Yeah, it's baby bedtime here too.
Cool. Right, just let this build. Hopefully people can hear you as well. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Cool. I'm just checking the audio inputs, so I think all is good. So this is just building some thumbnails now with the Gatsby plugin. And for those who are tuning in or have seen this video, just tuning in this video and haven't seen the others, I'd recommend that you go back and view the previous two videos. It's all part of the same sort of timeline on, this should all work in sequence. We'll go from the very basics of creating a cart list. Then we do the cart items. We create a context provider. And in this video, we're going to add in the ability to add promotions to the cart. So this is now built. And then we have our theme working. So I'm going to go /cart. And then we have the cart items. And they're still there from the last time I did the video. So that's cool. This is kind of Gatsby at work, and the context we created, the context stored the cart ID, the reference. So then when you return to the page, you get the same cart as what you left off with. So
how long? Some 7 days, right? Moltin persist cards for?
Yeah, 7 days since last touch. So it's only been a few days since I did that, and now I've just kind of
Sweet.
updated the cart. It'll kind of persist for another 7 days.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think what we want to do in here is just add a little form. Again, we're not really bothered about appearance. We're just going to add a form in here that will fire an API request to add that promotion. Let me just grab up. Okay, so we'll just leave that there. We'll leave that running. Let's just start to throw some things on the page. Let me just. So we have the cart page, and then this cart page is just responsible for showing the cart item list. And in the cart item list, we then have all the items shown, and then if the cart is empty, it shows this cart is empty message. So I think kind of down here, maybe it's before the subtotal, is where we want to kind of put this promotion thing. And we want this to be somewhere that you can kind of just inject anywhere, and you can add a promotion to the cart. You could have a landing page, for example, that's 50% off all purchases, and you might just want to put this single component. It should know the context of the cart and can apply that promotion. So I think, yeah, just
whether it's my end or your end.
So just saying that it'd be useful to kind of put in a promotion manager that can be embedded on any page or in the cart, and then that's aware of the context that we can,
It's going to use the same global cart context, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just responding to one of the chat messages. Cool.
I'll jump on there as well.
Yeah, so if you are just joining, hello. We are going to be creating some adding some promotional stuff to our Gatsby theme, and kind of to our shopping cart that we've got going on here. So we'll dive into it a bit more and kind of give you an idea what's going on. But first up, we're going to create this promotion manager. The promotion manager is responsible for adding promotions and removing promotions to and from the cart. I'm just going to leave it as promotion manager for now. I'm going to save this file. Gatsby's going to complain because we don't have that file. So let's just begin to create that file, and we're not using any props really for now. Called type. Export default promotion manager. So that should update the page. And then on here, it needs to kind of be aware of the context. So using React, we're able to use context. And then if we import the context in the same way as we did for, what was it we used it for? The quantity stepper. So the quantity stepper, again, was something completely independent. It was just aware of the context. Could look into the context, bind to it, and then you could, use that in the component. I don't like to use this component. I don't like to attach like context to every component, just because you can. Doesn't mean you should, but it kind of saves yourself from prop drill and everything and sending loads of props down. So now we've kind of got this. Let's just kind of hook this up, I think. Let's grab, we'll just call this context for now. Use context. Pass in the card context. And then you should see like down here, we've got this form. So that this is really where we're going to kind of put in the form to add promotions. Yeah, that's looking good. So remove an item from the cart. That still works. So is this making sense so far? Are you following along, Jonathan? Is there any questions? I know that you know how to do this, but when I'm typing away, I always feel like I might be losing someone.
No, so far so good. Maybe we should kind of give context to what the context is in that promotion manager, just to kind of show that it's maybe log out the cart in that component. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. So let's quickly have a look over the context. So the context that I explained in a previous video, it actually holds the cart items and promotion items and tax items. So promotion items, every time the cart is set, it just does a check on each of the item to see if it's a promotion item or a cart item or a tax item, and then it will update the state in the context. So at this point, we actually have an array of promotional items in the cart. So if we did in here, so we return cart items, we just kind of log these cart items out. These would be exactly the same as what we've got up here because cart items don't have promotional items in. If I was to do items at this point, we would get every item, including tax items and promotion items. So does that make sense?
Right. So you're just filtering over the item.
So now if so we're going to need to go into the actual add inside of here another function. So we've got add to cart. Actually, we have add promotion already. So we've already got this function created. So
got a head start, man.
Yeah, this is the one I made earlier. It's now available. Just checking out Twitter as well because someone's commented on there as well. And cool. All as well. Yep. So we've got the add promotion method set up for us, and that's passed down to the context. So then inside of here, we can actually import those, add promotion and remove promotion. And if we head to the Moltin API reference and go to the carts reference and then add promotion to cart, we have to make a request to this endpoint and pass down a code and type. So in the example here, we're just doing a simple post with a promotion item as the type and then the code. And that's what we've got going on here. This function accepts code and it sends the code to this endpoint. And obviously we get the cart ID from the context, that's saved in local storage. And then this just works, dispatches an update to the cart. Because this is an example, there's not too much error handling in here, but you may want to obviously in production handle any errors. And on this page, we'll not deal with that just yet. Maybe do that in a future video where we add some kind of error handling, loading spinners, and all the other fancy things when we kind of add more to the example.
It's always important to cater for all kinds of states.
It is.
Isn't that right, Ollie?
Yes. If Ollie were here, he would approve. He was our stateful designer, or stateless designer, I should say. Cool. So we've got add promotion, remove promotion, and that's all we need from the context. We've got the promotion items, so we don't really need anything more. I'm going to set a few of the things in here. I'm going to need to know if there's a promotion active, because then I want to know whether to show the actual apply promotion or the form. So I need to kind of do something here. So I'm just going to say promotion active, and that will be promotion items length. Yeah, let's see that has anything in it. Make that a Boolean. Let's destructure the first promotion as well from promotion items, because a cart can only have one promotion. Is that right? How does that work? I can't remember if it's one or multiple.
I think you can add multiple promotions.
Yeah, it's not something I've done before.
Let's find out.
To apply discounts, so this plural, so
I think they stack, yeah.
We could give it a go, but right now let's just destructure the first promotion from the promotional promotion items array that's returned up here. I guess that works for us for now. So if there is a promotion active, we will just return. Should we just return the promotion name? Because the structure of the promotion is just like a card item, so it's just going to be name, and it has all the same values as a card item. So we could just display the SKU, the ID. Should work, right? Let's give it a try anyway. So
it display the value, yeah. I guess.
So promotion dot.
How much?
It's just something I've overlooked. You learn something new every day. Yeah, so let's just so we know what the code is, let's just call it the SKU, and then we can add like a delete button and stuff later. Otherwise, if there isn't an active promotion, then we're going to need to kind of build a form to handle the ability to add a promotion. Obviously, we need to do that. So let's try and figure that out first, shall we?
Let's do it. So we're rolling with vanilla HTML elements.
So let's go form. What should we call this? Promotion form. And then we'll pass it a prop of add promotion, which is just add promotion. Obviously, it's going to complain. We don't have a promotion form. Let's go ahead and create that component. This folder's going to get pretty big, which is cool. Looks like we've done lots of work. Well, yeah. So what we're going to need in here, promotion form, destructure that add promotion prop, and then let's just return hello form.
Guess you could just add a button with on-click handler for
Yeah,
the promotion.
yeah. So, yep, button on
Because you already
click.
have the add promotion function, which just accepts the code, accepts one param, which is the promotion code. So
Yeah, so we can do add promotion, pass in the code, and code was save 50 because we're using the same store. And then we have this button here, add promotion. And if you click add promotion, we get this here.
boom. That's a day, right? We can call it a day now.
Yeah, we're done.
It's a wrap.
Did that actually update the did it update the context? Yeah. Yeah, so 2000, add 50, save 50, and we've got 1,000 subtotal now. So cool.
It's quick math, man.
Quick math. Looking good.
Skitty pat.
Looking good. So let's just move on to having that input now. Actually, no, we're not going to be able to see that input because we've actually just added the promotion. So it makes sense now to add the button.
Add the remove.
Add the remove button. So I'm just going to grab that little. Did I create? No, I didn't. I just used this. So over here, it's a bit bigger. Button. And we're just going to do this all in line for now because time. Remove promotion. And promotion, it needs the promotion ID. So that's going to be promotion.id. And then little X. Hey, back to 2000 because we removed the 50%. So we're back up to 2000. Genius. Cool. Let's do a little M dash just because I want to. So I think so far it's working pretty well, right? We've got the ability to add a promotion. It shows us the code, and then we've got the ability to remove. Works pretty fast. This is hitting the API. I could do that all day. Include the input, and then we're done. We call it a day.
Dinner time.
Cool. Just checking out the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Righty ho. So let's just add that form, and then I think we're done. Okay, so promotion form. Let's just make this a form, and we'll say on submit equals handle submit. And then that will be that. Prevent the default from happening.
Oh yeah, good old prevent default.
Yeah, we're not using any form library that would take care of that for us. So like, it feels horrible because you've got to write stuff like that, but it's good that I actually remembered that because
it's nice. Yeah.
Use state as well. It's been a while since I've used state as well, so I'm just going to call this code and set code. Use state. and it's just null. And then in here, when this form submits, it's just going to take the code. It's just going to call add promotion, and then just going to do code. Yeah, so that's not even. I don't know what would happen if we just removed that, because we're adding it and removing it from the UI. I guess in the case of like an error, you might want to keep that in, but handle update. Actually, let's just create the input first, shall we? So input type, we don't need type, we'll just be a text field. On change, set something there, placeholder, add a placeholder of insert your code, discount code, and then
you give it a value.
Yeah, code. Then we'll destructure. Is it event? No, it's target. The value, and then we'll do set code value. Yeah. So cool. We've got this little box on the page now, and this down here. Get rid of that, and that just becomes nothing. It'll be type submit.
Yep.
And then this works. Save 50. Boom. Magic.
Awesome.
And then yeah, close that. I'm just gonna like do test. It's not gonna do anything because there's an error. But then save 50. That works. So yeah, let's have a look at just finally the promotion manager. Like down here, we've shown the code. Let's try and show that actual value, the saving. So if I have a look at the cart item, this is what we did before. So we destructured that from here. So it is going to be, where should we put it? We'll just do it there. So we'll do promotion dot display price dot without. No, it's not. It's just value, right? What does it look like? Formatted. Save.
Yeah.
Without tax. Promotion. Meta. There we go. There we go. So that's our savings there. So you can start you saved.
That's a good saving.
Yeah, that's pretty good saving 50% off anything saved.
And some lamps.
Yeah. So let's go back to products and have a look at our gorgeous lamps. Add the blue desk, some gold. What else should we add? Multi-vibe. Multi-vibe's my favorite.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah. Styling.
Although I'm a bit cheeky for this one. Like this one's a bit nice. So cool. Let's go back to the cart, and we've got some stuff going on. We can remove this from the cart, do save 50, and then we apply the save in there.
So I'm interested in the cart context, the actual function that's adding the promotion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just kind of interested to see, are you kind of using the reducer?
Yeah.
Is there a dispatch there that's kind of setting the because yeah, so just updating the kind of
Yeah, so right,
the cart state with the response from the API.
yeah. So this state is all held in context
Yeah.
here. So like this is like what the skeleton of the state looks like. So um, promotion items, and then the reducer here because we're use reducer from React.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need, it's the same context as if you're using Redux, it's the same method if you had been using
Yeah.
Redux previously. So we just dispatch this set cart method. We've only got the set cart and reset cart, which will put it back to its initial state. But um, that could be useful for empty, clear cart, empty cart, whatever. But the set cart's the only thing I'm using here, just um, because we're sending the request to the API. The API returns a whole new bunch of data for the cart. So
Yeah.
in the unlikely event a price of a product changed, we'd want to make sure that the cart always reflected the up-to-date values. So that's why I took this approach, was just to reset all of the state in the cart
Yeah.
every time you make a request, because you get that back from the API.
Makes sense to match the convention from the API rather than
Yeah, totally. If we started messing around, adding to the promotions array, removing from it, we're just kind of implementing API logic now. And the beauty of using
yeah.
Moltin is it will return the API.
Nice consistent response.
That is what we want as developers. Consistency, and it's fast as well.
Predictability. Yeah.
So say 50, boom. Like you'd think that's happening in real time. Like that's pretty fast. Like I can increase, decrease quantities. Like to me, there's network requests happening there,
Show us.
and it's pretty fast.
Prove it.
Prove it, I will.
You're not hitting a local dev environment.
Yeah, so we're getting like 89 milliseconds. 89, 160, like pretty
Pushing
fast.
your luck now, like.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna get hit some API rate limits. And I think I'm a bot. Let's remove that, and then let's just quickly clear those out and add the promotion. And then we see that it makes a post request and it sends the save 50 code along, and then we get a response, which is the updated cart information. And then obviously there's 3 in here, sorry, 4, and then there's 3 cart item. Push this to GitHub. I'm not going to do that right now because it's having some troubles. But yeah, yeah. I was trying to clone down the most up-to-date repo for this before we started, and it was not good. So let's not try right now. But yeah, I'll get this pushed to GitHub, and we can create a pull request, get this into the cart branch, and then hopefully in the next release for the theme, we can actually begin to maybe export things like the promotional manager, the cart item lists inside of here. I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in having a look at as well. Is it here? Yeah, so like exporting the cart stuff that we've created.
Yeah.
So people can, anybody can component shadow those, get access to the props, and port them, and import them from the theme if they are component shadowing, and it'd be nice to do that. So yeah, maybe that's if you want to kind of do that, PR's welcome.
Open source, baby.
Yeah. So I'll get this pushed up, and then we can kind of go from there.
Nice.
Yeah. Any next steps? Do you think that we should be taking on the theme and some upcoming videos? What would you like to cover? What should we do?
I think we should look at configurability of the actual theme. So I guess some CSS, some basic values for some colors, and then how we can actually kind of extend and configure those when using the theme in your Gatsby site. Maybe that's using theme UI or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe so we can switch this around. You lead.
Or checkout, and we could
Yeah,
do. We've got the cart, I guess. Makes sense when we do checkout. We could use Stripe elements.
yeah, we could add a stripe. We should do like maybe a whole episode on like different payment types and checkouts available, and then
Yeah.
how we can add that to a theme, um,
Mm.
and make it as flexible as possible instead of favoring one checkout. And
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
what happens when we come to uh, the strong customer authentication? Um, how do we handle that with the theme? Because we're gonna need
That phrase haunts me.
we're gonna need to figure that out if that's going to ship with the theme. Um,
Mm.
we could divert it to the Stripe checkout and back, um, but I kind of want to keep it all in line with using the headless API. I want to keep this all in the same context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
So yeah, let's spend some time going through the different options and um, seeing how we can configure those. And if we are going to do an episode on configuring and sending options down for themes and stuff, then sending options down for a payment gateway could be useful. I don't know whether just thinking now in the Gatsby config, we could pull down the appropriate dependencies or create files based on configuration. So if someone does want to do Stripe, then maybe we create or copy files from the plugin to their directory and allow them to kind of configure it and what have you. I don't know. It's worth discussing.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So
Be back next week.
we'll be back next week and we'll cover some more Gatsby themes. Cool. I'm NoTrab on Twitter if anyone's got any questions or want to follow me. We'll be pushing more content like this. And Jonathan, how can people contact you?
Yeah, people can get at me on Twitter. My handle is at Yonoj, which is YNNOJ.
Yeah,
Get over the same. So hit me up.
cool. I'm looking forward to doing more of these, and we'll build out this theme some more. Yeah, that's it. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Please subscribe, and we'll send you an update when we do more. Thank you.
All right, man. See ya.
Cheers.